So in America, everybody wants to come here in the world because basically the TV and movie industry is like sold you on the belief that America is the place to be and that everybody can like make it here. It's that whole success thing. It's like you can make it anywhere, you can make it in America. But there's things about America that are not so great. In America, we actually take 14 times more medication than the rest of the world combined. So if you think about that, well, it doesn't matter what the country is. It doesn't matter if it's Africa. It doesn't matter if it's Saudi Arabia. It doesn't matter if it's Germany. It doesn't matter if it's England. We take 14 times more medication. And you have to ask yourself, why do we take so much medication? Well, we take so much medication because we're stressed out, because we're diseased, because we're unhappy. There's 1,000 different things that's going on. I mean, why are we diseased? We're supposed to live in the land of the plenty and, we're supposed to have like the best health care there is in the world. We're supposed to have like the best access to food there is in the world. But actually the opposite is true. If you live in America, you actually pay a lot more for health care and access to health care than anybody else in the world. And we're talking about like countries that like are really, really rich, like the United Arab Emirates. They're extremely rich. They pay less for health care and health coverage than we pay in America. But you also have to look at what's making everybody sick. We're stressed out beyond belief. The average person in America works all the damn time just to afford their bills. It's not like we have all this discretionary money. The people who are making really good money and the rich have tons of discretionary money. The majority of people, about 80% of the population, lives from paycheck to paycheck. And it's not because they're lazy, it's not because they're bums, it's not because they're not smart, it's because the system has been rigged against them. So we look at that and then we look at, well, what else is making us sick? Well, we have to look at the food. We eat more junk food than anybody else in the world. We do. But why do we eat so much junk food? You've been programmed to eat so much junk food. From the time that you are a little baby, you are constantly fed commercials to actually want the stuff that's really bad for you. You're not encouraged to eat the good stuff. We have deserts in this country, food deserts, where people can't actually get healthy food because they don't want you to get healthy food. They want you to not be healthy. It's a system that's actually designed to make you unhealthy. You have to also look at the processing of food. The stuff that we buy in America, in most places in the world, you can't buy it. And the reason you can't buy it is because they have deemed it unhealthy. A lot of the stuff that we have that has so many additives in it, that have so many preservatives in it, that have so much sugar and so many other things in it, so much grease, and I eat it just like anybody else does, but I've been trained to eat only that. Most people have been trained to like not only eat it, but only want that and don't want anything else but that. So we have that going on. But then you have to look at what's happening in the soil. We talk about the Dust Bowls in the 1930s, when everybody was like moving from the East Coast out west. But that happened because we like overprocessed the land. We like made all this fertile ground into deserts. Well, we're doing that again. We're absolutely doing that again. We're making food that we're actually like throwing away. In America, we do produce an awful lot of food. Some of it's good, most of it's bad, but we do produce. But the sad part of that, of what's produced in America, we throw away anywhere from a fourth to a third that is actually produced, we throw away. So if you're somebody who's an animal rights advocate, who doesn't believe in meat, it already is upsetting that we eat so much meat in America. But when you think about the fact that about a fourth of it is thrown away, that's kind of sinful. That's kind of like sadistic. That's kind of like beyond hateful. But we do that with other stuff too. And it doesn't matter if it's macaroni and cheese. It doesn't matter if it's bread. It doesn't matter what it is. We overproduce it so we can throw it away. We can look at other countries and think they're nuts, but they don't do what we do in America. In America, we keep producing and keep producing and keep producing because there's somebody that says, well, I'm going to make money by doing this. They don't think about the bigger harm that they're causing. Whenever we like mass produce and mass produce and mass produce, yeah, I get it. Somebody wants to make money off that. But in the long run, we're not making money off that if it's killing the people faster. And that's what's happening, it's killing the people faster. But people are stressed out. They are. You know, whenever you think about America, you know, everybody assumes that everybody has college degrees. Everybody assumes that everybody lives in a really nice house. You know, and this is most of the people in the world. And I've talked to people all around the world who believe that we have a really high standard of living. But I will tell you, we don't. We are controlled by a police state. Most of us have a better chance of going to jail and going to prison than we actually do have a chance to actually like reach the American dream of owning our own home and like having a successful life and living disease-free. And when that's a better option for you, not a better option, but a better chance for you, then there's something seriously messed up. You look at countries like Australia, their cost of living is about twice what we have in America. They go on vacation 2 or 3 times a year because it's actually mandated. They don't get a vacation because they have a job that like, you know, they work for that vacation. They get a vacation because everybody gets 2 or 3 vacations a year for their mental health. In America, if you like take a vacation, they think you're a slacker. If they think you're in between jobs and you don't want to work all the time, you're a slacker. But it could just be that you want to take care of your mental health. You actually like want to do something creative. You want to do something different besides just doing the same damn job that will eventually lock you in and you won't have any choice. And that's what happens. People get into a job and they won't ever leave that job because they think to themselves, well, I will never find anything better than this and I can never leave the benefits. I mean, there's people who are teachers that hate kids, but they won't leave because of the benefits. There are cops, and the majority of cops, that hate their job. They hate what they do. They hate people. They hate interacting with them, but they would never leave because of the benefits they get. So you have to ask, why are we doing the stuff that we're doing if it's making us unhappy, if it's making us unhealthy? So whenever you think about moving to America, think twice because it's not really necessarily what you think it is. We're overstressed. We're over-medicated. We're overburdened. And most of us are just unhappy to a level that, I hate to say this, but we're unhappy to a level that either we're running around like zombies or suicide or something like that. It's something that they think about on a daily basis because their life isn't what they thought it would be because it's not what the movies and TV shows told them it was going to be.